Welcome to realacademy.net. My name is Anel Hammersma, and today I'm speaking to the lovely Sian Palmer, who is a family constellations practitioner, the co-founder of Ancestral Connections, and also the founder of Expressive Movement. Welcome, Sian.
Thank you, Anel.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here with you.
So lovely to have you. Sian, the question today is, what, in your opinion, makes for a good family constellations facilitator?
So I think I can identify three key aspects of my own development as a facilitator that have been really helpful and that are ongoing. The first is to stay in touch with my felt sense. So to stay connected to what's moving in me, to be grounded in my body so that I can be present and also be paying attention to what's emerging in the field. So that's the first one, stay grounded, stay connected to your felt sense. The second would be to continue developing your capacity to see the full picture. So both being able to, in the first point, be embodied, but also to be able to zoom out and connect with the whole field and see the various parts of the system that are at play, which takes a kind of a little bit of a detached position in a way, being an observer. So maybe to cultivate the observer or the witness part of you. Okay. And then the third piece would be to be in ongoing relations, good relations with your own family system. So to continue developing your own relationship with your family system and your ancestral lineages. Yeah.
Are you one of those people who believe that you can't really do this work if you are not in good standing with your own parents?
It depends on what we mean by being in good standing. It doesn't mean that the relationship has to be perfect, just that we recognize our position within the family and we're continually in touch and in tune with what is going on in us, so that we're not getting caught up in what's going on in the similar stories of our clients. So I think to be an ongoing reflective practice is a very important part of being. Yeah.
Okay, I want to go back to your first point of being embodied and being in touch with your senses. I'm assuming that you're speaking about that in terms of being connected to the field. Is that right?
Yes, so being connected not only to yourself and grounded in your own body, which helps you to be connected intuitively to the field as well. So yes, be able to be in touch with what's going on, with what is present, but also what's emerging. So to be able to pick up on the kind of sensations or feelings or atmosphere that's entering the field through how your somatic experiencing is responding.
And is there anything that you can recommend people do before they go into a constellation space to do that, kind of ground themselves into their embodied self?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the simplest tool, which I love to remind myself and my students of, is to stay connected to your feet. So to find your feet, to feel your feet, to plant them on the ground. Which just is a kind of a way of really bringing us into our bodies and into the moment.
That's lovely. Okay. And your second point was about having a bigger view. How do we do that? You mentioned being, aware of the witness. Is there a practical something that we can do to connect with that part of ourselves?
So a really helpful tip that my teacher, Tanya Myberg, gave me, which I find to be very useful when working in the field, is to, if you start to feel that you're getting a little bit, that the field is getting a little bit murky, or that you're needing a little bit more perspective, to actually physically move yourself towards the edges of the room and even put a hand on the wall, just as a way of bringing your consciousness into the kind of full atmosphere of the field and of the space.
And do you feel like that has an immediate effect on your kind of sense of space when you put your hand on the wall?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
No, I think that's it.
That's perfect.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for your time, and we hope to have you back again soon.
You're welcome. Take care.
Cheers.